Rest assured, we are here. Welcome, you guys. We are just planning the domination of the world, Pinky and the Brain style. Oh, is that a sir back there?
It is.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even see. We were talking about so many great plans, and I didn't even realize Sir was back there. Shout out to Sir.
He's chilling.
But if you guys could, as you come in, before I even introduce the show or the people on the show, could you check to see if you remember to hit the thumbs up? So many of you are so awesome to us on this channel and this live stream that we don't even really have to think about that much. But shout out to you guys. And if you want to share it out with some people that are normally here, but maybe their week got thrown off, or some people that don't know about the show, get them on in here. We'd love to hang out and chat. I promise they'll have a good time and likely learn something. But this is the Dr. Nick's Amazing Man Stuff YouTube channel. And then this is the Doctor's Orders live stream, 137, not only episodes, but hours in a row. 137 hours talking to you guys, plus a little bit of overtime in there, so it's even more than that. So shout out to you guys. Thank you for being here. This is a live stream where we pull back the curtains of this company so you can genuinely get to know them. You can feel the soul of this company, the people, the products, the process. Ooh, the people, I like that. And not write that down. Feel the soul of the people, the products, the process. That's good. That's good. But it's true. I really feel like when you get in conversation mode, you can really get to know somebody. You can really get to know the vibe of a company, and that's what we're doing here. My name's Dan. I am a passionate beardsman, and I love being able to help this community. I love being able to help this company and being able to help this man to the side. Also, shout out to Jill in the chat, hardest working gal in the game, and the man with the mustache, with the beard, with the national champion badge added to his name is Mr. Nick Phelps, and also rock connoisseur. We will be talking about that today, guys, and that not an exaggeration. Nick, Tuesday stream time. How are you doing? What's the layout of the land? What's the thermostat stand for inner Nick?
Well, that's a loaded question.
Yep.
I mean, it's good. It's good. I'd say the urge to run away to a third world country is, probably at a minimum today. I'd say out of 10, maybe at about a 3, so
wow.
All pretty good.
Let's go. You didn't even text me about a compound, so I know that's good news.
No, it is. It really is. It's all these things, point towards a good, level of calm.
Yeah.
No, good. It's a crazy week as usual. And this is like my little calm before the storm today. I think
right.
It's like I kind of backloaded my day. Usually I kind of kick things off super crazy, as you know, and do 6 to 8 hours worth of stuff before we ever get to the stream.
Right.
Sometimes this is like the end of my day. Like I'm like 2 o'clock rolls around and I'm like, all right, time to go get some late lunch and hang out.
Right. But, pick up Jack from school. That's kind of, start rolls into that. So it is flipped. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, it is totally flipped today. It's like after this, I have to drop like right at 2 o'clock from this today. Like I was telling you, because I have a meeting picking up at 2 with another one at 3:30, another one at 4. And they all just kind of run right into like up till, right before dinner time. So it's kind of weird. I feel like this is almost like a breakfast stream for me and not a lunch stream. Cause I'm kind of like, I'm just
right. I got a question on that in a second, but first, to let everybody know, we will be out of here right on time, maybe a minute early today, just because there are some packed meetings afterwards. So just as a heads up, guys, in case you're trying to get us on tangents or squirrel moments, I know how you guys do. I know how you play with the teachers like that. We will be out on time today. I am a disciplined man when I know discipline is required. But my question to you, Nick, psychological question here. Now, when I see a day where it's backed up like that, even times when it's stuff I enjoy and I'm very good at, when I have, in my mind, air quotes, too many meetings, I'm not an anxious person whatsoever, but I can't take my mind off of that. I will wake up and I immediately, the very first thing I do is 2 o'clock this, 3:30 this, 4 o'clock. Okay. And then I got a 5 o'clock and it just races through my mind until they're all done. And then when I'm in them and when they're done, I'm like, this ain't bad at all, man. I'm great at this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
You have done that kind of life for way more years than I have. Is
It
it
never goes away.
okay? All right.
Never. And
So you
not
wake
for
up
people
thinking
like
the
us
same?
anyway. Well, so I imagine for some it does, just like anything, but I don't
Yeah.
get complacent with things that I'm good at. It's just something
Yeah.
I don't do.
No,
I'm
never.
like, and what I mean by that, that's not a cocky statement. That is a
Right.
very, I'll say it like, because I'm okay saying it. It's definitely like an insecurity, right? It's
Right.
like, there's I don't ever get complacent and comfortable with things I'm good at because I never think I'm good enough at them, right?
Right.
And I'm only ever competing with myself. And so that feeling never has gone away for me.
Okay.
I can't speak for other people, but it's like I think like when I have stuff like today, right, that all this stuff was obviously scheduled previously, and so I wake up knowing, going to bed
Yeah.
knowing what's coming up today, and waking up knowing what's coming up today. And I think about it going to bed. I think
Me
about it waking
too.
up, even if they're not. And that's why I think that's a really good point. Maybe that is why I like scheduling the bulk of my real
Yeah.
heavy stuff earlier in the day. So that way I don't have to think about it until it happens very
And
long.
that's why I was asking, because the
That
idea
makes
of the
sense.
flip is like traumatizing to me.
Dude,
Where if
it
your
is.
day's done by 2, I can so much better rationalize that rather than like not sitting around, but sitting on it for the morning.
Oh,
And I'm the same way. I even, again, literally when I'm in the meetings or I'm done with the meetings or any of that stuff, I'm like, that was great, man. That went by fast. Like, I'm doing awesome. But it'll sit on me heavy until it gets to that point. And I'm at a point, working with companies that we know and ads and stuff where I'm having more frequent meetings than I've had before. And it's like, it does. It's so weird where it just kind of consumes you. And I don't have the ability to be kind of nonchalant about it.
no,
Like
I don't
I know
either.
people that have crazy schedules and they just kind of fly by it and they're just like, oh, shoot, I got this one coming up. Oh, man, I got this one. Or they're okay with maybe being a little bit this or that, and I kind of envy it, but I'm like, well, that probably leads to other problems down the road, and so I can't fully think like that. So it's
It
just
does.
I was curious how your brain worked, and of course it's the same. Yeah.
Yeah, it is, man. It's like in like the stuff I have today, and it's one of those I find, I don't know. I find the way that I handle that, the way that we handle that, what we're saying is actually like a terrible handicap because like I feel like the way that I will think about things and react to things is
Bigger.
vastly different
Yep.
when I've been stewing on them for 6 hours versus
100%.
when I wake up with a clear head. And so
100%.
like it's not just I do better and don't like to have anxiety leading up to things. No, like I analyze things to death. And I
Yep.
think I sometimes analyze my way out of a productive thought track and sometimes find myself in a completely different conversation than I envisioned because I had just been thinking about it and the potential outcomes too long.
Yeah, and you're even more extreme on that than me with that kind of engineer mind and the Phelpsing it, where you'll talk yourself into a whole different like road, and it's like, how'd you get there? And you're like, I don't know, I just analyzed 37 different numbers right now, and I don't know what to make of them.
Yeah, it is. It's no. I think I'm dead on there with that. I definitely like that stuff where I don't have to overthink it. I find like more and more these days, actually, like I find that my immediate reaction to things is actually far better than my premeditated ones.
Yes.
I feel like for some reason these days, and
Yep.
I'm sure that'll change. Like you go through cycles,
Right.
But
No, and
that's
it's
just how
why
I'm feeling lately.
Yeah, it's why you and I both go to the gym early in the morning because I don't want to think about it. I don't want to sit on it. But also, if we do wake up with those thoughts of our day and all the things we're thinking about, the gym will turn it off for me. If I have good music and I'm actually sweating and going, it does. And you and I, very rarely, we have a couple of things in life that can kind of slow the brain. But the gym and music and sweating, it genuinely is one. And that's addicting.
It's one of them. It is for sure. And it's like, and it's a really good one too.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm like this week, I'm going nuts because I hurt my back last week, right? The day after the stream last week. So like I went to the gym the morning on Wednesday and worked with, I think I mentioned it on stream. I was working with a friend of mine who's a trainer and a physical therapist and really great guy. And hurt myself doing something under instruction that I've literally never hurt myself ever before doing solo. And it's just for exactly the reason we were just talking about. I overanalyzed it. And like, So this, I've spent the whole last week just frustrated. I can't stand up or sit down without like taking a second in between like a sitting position or a standing position. And I hurt myself doing a deadlift, in which I've never done before ever. Like my normal deadlift weight, like this time last year before I hurt myself, was like 405. And that was like heavy, right? But it wasn't unbearable, and it was I got a good workout from it. And I was literally practicing technique with like 225 and somehow messed up my lower back. And again, no braces, no anything, no straps, barefoot, have never hurt myself before. And like in a gym wearing shoes with straps, doing technique with somebody, of course, I think about it too much and end up lifting with like the exact opposite muscles that I was supposed to.
Yep.
So this has been torturous, though, to the second point you made of like, that's how that's how my mornings are. So now it's like my mornings have been stretching and doing things that don't involve sweating your butt off and a little more relaxing. And it does not do the same thing in the morning as a heavy workout does.
Nope. Accomplishing something difficult to start is so important for me.
Dude, it is. It's huge. And it's like, stretching and working through pain, I suppose, is a type of difficult, but it's like not exactly a pleasant one either. It's not like a good hurt like lifting weights is.
Yeah.
It's like the painful side of, like I'm doing these stretches where it's like bands that bend your knee down and counter rotate your hip and your lower back. And it's like, they suck, man. But it's like quiet, internal, awful, so like you have time to think about how bad it is and everything else going on at the same time. So
and you try to control your grunts and your noises so you don't look like a complete punk while you're stretching. I'm like, I'll be stretching. Sam's like, what is wrong? I'm like, it just hurts.
It hurts because I'm a dude and I'm not flexible and I don't have prolactin in my blood once a month like you do. I'm sorry.
Also, you guys, somewhat of a big announcement, kind of parlayed announcement here. Monday, selfish plug here. I have a show every Monday called Command's Corner Livestream.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, none of you have heard of that. But this Monday, it's featuring a company known as Dr. Nick's, and it's featuring a release of a brand new scent that is cycling back again from the mystery adventure from last year. And of course, there will be a good deal and giveaways. And we always like to extend an early, and this is the first anyone's heard that they're on the show on Monday. We like to extend an early invite to this community, specifically the Dr. Nick's community, because you guys always show out and have such great, genuine feedback and passion and love for this company. So it would mean the world to both of us and to Jill as well. But on Monday, Command's Corner, Dr. Nick's, new scent, new deal, really good vibes and energy. And like I said to Nick, it's a great time. If you're on the consumer side, don't realize it, this is kind of like the midst of the start of beard down season. So anytime we get to talk about great companies and get on the radar of people, it's a great night. Tynum White's going to be there. JB will be there. So if you guys could make an extra special note for Monday, Dr. Nick's Command's Corner, it should be a blast. And we'll get all those details out to you guys, but we'd love to see you there.
Slow season, schmo season.
Exactly.
Some people, listen, you guys get it. Some people out there, believe it or not, think that manliness has seasons. And I just don't, I'm not, it's a wild concept, in my mind. Because it's once you get past the point, I think of, there's two kind of categories, I guess, right? There's like you can get back to where you are now in a season beard. And then there's you've gone past where it takes to get back with inside of a season beard, right?
Yeah.
And those are two very, very different decision-making processes when you're trying to figure out what you're doing with your facial hair when it gets hot outside.
Yeah.
Because that's like a big, one of them has a much larger, longer road to recovery.
Right. I hear you. And yeah, spot on. And Vaughn says, I'm not going to be able to make it to the live. I'll be headed back to work from my baby bonding time. That's awesome. But We normally with Dr. Nick's, we run the deal until like this live stream the next day, just to make sure that this community has the opportunity as well. So stay tuned for that. There's always the replay to catch. And yeah, man, we appreciate it. Anytime you catch the replay, guys, leave a comment on the video. Those videos views double in a day. They oftentimes triple after that. So when you come back and you leave a comment, it's just as valuable as commenting during the live stream. So just keep that in mind. Plans canceled. Tuning in to CC on Monday. Love
Done.
that.
Same.
Love that. and JB's right, man. The beard actually does help with the heat. I've had a couple popular videos on that where people ask, like, does the beard make you hot in the summer? Like, listen, if you get a little bit of sweat, you get a little bit of moisture on this thing and it cools through it. This is a gosh dang air conditioner on your face. And we have an artery that regulates internal temperature. It's like a thermostat. When your beard covers it, it helps cool your body by bringing that temperature down.
Heck yeah, it does. You know, it's crazy, man. I find that like it almost acts like a radiator of sorts, right? Like if you're getting direct sunlight on this thing, think of the area of your body that you're not getting direct sunlight on. Like that's a pretty big area. And like the sun hits here, it's not hot back here. Like
correct.
These individual little fibers, like it's a great dissipator of solar heat.
And I can assure you guys, the UV's not getting through either. Nick's neck is about as pale as computer paper. So
yeah, it's actually reached the point now where it's reflective, kind of like a roll of aluminum foil.
Boom, double good.
Yeah. It's actually now it's gone past white reflective and has now gone semi-metallic.
Yeah, I was watching. So Violet has play therapy on Tuesdays, and I do work in the lobby for an hour. And they always have a cooking show on, and they were talking about the cooking. They're like, the onions are done when they're translucent. I said, oh, I know that. That's when Nick is done. When he's translucent. That's when he's got to get out of the sun.
He's translucent. That's when he's over winter. That's when he's all the way wintered out, become all the way translucent. And it is time. No ozone layer here in Australia. Works well. Perfect.
I remember teaching
you
about
have your own little hole in the ozone, don't you?
Like actually, like straight up. It's so wild to see that. And JB says, I have no scientific info. I just know for a fact when I would run and whatnot, I have felt hotter before the beard than with a 20-inch beard. I love that.
I felt hotter before. Yeah, well, hey, yeah, well.
Yep. And Kev said, first thing people ask me, isn't that hot? Be like, yeah, it does make me hot. Wink at him.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I was walking into a camera store yesterday at Hunt's Photo or Hunt's Camera, and I go and like it's like a glass front strip mall kind of a store next to like a Five Guys, and I park facing the window there, and I walk up to the door, and I have a big print and like a frame in my hand and some other stuff, and I'm like walking inside. And this guy walks out and this guy opens the door for me as I walk up to it. He like opens the door and he's like, hey, you mind if I get a photo? And I'm like, and so I like look down. I'm like, I mean, I guess. And he's like, not of you, of the Hummer.
Oh,
and I was like, oh, I was going to say, I mean, at least catch my good side.
Right. I thought that's hilarious. Dang, Timothy's checking in from Switzerland today. Let's go.
Dude, right on. What are you doing out there?
Really cool. Really cool. Yeah. What are you doing out there, Timothy?
Just on the phone with one of my customers in Switzerland this morning.
Wow. Look at you.
Yeah.
And you know what camera store I got to, kind of an iconic one, at least to me, that I got to walk into when I was in New York City?
What's that?
The B&H, like flagship store and headquarters store.
B&H?
Yeah.
Dude, that place.
No, and I'm not kidding. It was maybe 2 minutes of me walking in, looking, and then immediately turning around because it was bad news. Those commas were adding up in my head real quick. It was a playground. A playground.
If you literally went in there and you were like, you can spend as much money of things that you can grab and have use for in 10 minutes. I would easily break $250,000 in 10 minutes. Without even, I wouldn't need to break a sweat.
No, I knew
That'd be
myself.
the A9R 60 megapixel. Oh, I'd be all over it.
Dude, I knew myself, and it was, oh, spring break vacation? Nice, dude. Enjoy, Timothy.
Hell yeah.
Really cool. Yeah, I hope you have a great time. But yeah, this is the store, and it's in Times Square. It's a full block, and it's multiple stories. It's dangerous. Oh my God. If you guys like tech at all, cameras, mics, anything, tripods, lighting,
Sound, video, light,
it's
everything. Just
so
everything.
cool. So, yep. So I got to go to the superstore there.
Hell yeah.
We have friends that live here. Makes it nice. Ooh, nice.
Heck yeah.
Nice,
That
dude.
is definitely the way to go.
Super cool. Okay, so yeah, Commands Corner on Monday. We will be jetting out probably a minute early today, just as a heads up for everybody. If you guys could, check to see if you hit that thumbs up. And today's a great day if you guys have questions for the company, especially as we have Monday approaching and many of you will be planning some orders. If you got questions about anything, hit us. Dynamite has a great question right here. And he says, what about beard sanitizer? He goes, it's unique. It's one of my favorites. And there have been a couple of barriers. So what's going on with the sanitizer, Nick?
You know, the barriers are gone. And
Let's
actually,
go.
the barriers are gone. And it's, heck, I guess summertime is probably a really good time to have that back in action.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing out and about. No, it is coming back. We just hadn't had a timeline assigned to it because we had kind of our heads distracted by deodorant and a couple other, in-house products that we're kind of working on. But that one being formulated, really, it was about getting our new labels and the new artwork onto that. We are going to change that. We think we're a little too far away from the pandemic to still use the name Shelter in Face.
Agreed, fully.
So, the joke, I think the joke is a little worn out at this point. So we'll probably relaunch it with just calling it what it is, like we're doing with most things. It's either, beard sanitizer or, there's unfortunately the name beard sanitizer isn't very sexy, but hey, it is what it is. And everything else that we do is called what it is now.
Right. Alcohol-free beard sanitizer.
It literally, and it's a hell of a mouthful. It's like,
Right.
you look at it and it's like, it doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, but not everything needs to, right?
No.
It doesn't need to look cool or sound cool or to work well and to be something that people want. So
yeah,
I think, and you know what the other problem is? Fitting the word sanitizer on that little bottle is actually, it's a pretty good struggle, believe it or not. Like I was working with label editions of that thing, and to get the word sanitizer to not wrap around the bottle so you can actually see it when you take a photo of it.
Right, because it is a skinny bottle.
More challenging than you'd expect. So there's like a couple of challenges, I will say, but they're nothing that's going to keep us from like re-releasing it or anything like that. It's definitely coming back. It's just we gotta get back on it
for sure. I wonder if any bottles would work that are more similar to the face wash, where instead of being long and skinny, fat, and so you get better roundage on the label.
That's kind of what I was hoping for, and
just get the spray.
We're so close to the point where we're going to be, looking at a lot of new packaging anyway. Don't worry, square bottles for beard oil aren't going anywhere. Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. But they, as far as like the black and the white plastics, we're getting to the point where we're exploring some other options. And, I keep going back to the, I would love the idea of doing something that's refillable, that'd be great. So there's some more stuff coming around there. And I think we tabled the beard sanitizer discussion because we thought new packaging was coming sooner than it was. And we figured we'd have to roll that into it as well. So I'm pretty sure that's where it got lost, if you had to ask me. But no, it's coming back. I like it too.
Great question, Leo. That crossed my mind too. Sanitizer vertically, kind of like the beard oil bottles on the side, the skinny side. Yeah, there's
definitely
some options.
An option. Definitely an option.
And Vaughn wants to know what's a good EO that compares to Beard Octane's Grizzly Puncher. Well, I have good experience on both sides of this. And Grizzly Puncher is a good kind of manly cologne from Beard Octane, but it is all fragrance oils. So on the EO side, which is all Dr. Nick's does, those all natural, top quality essential oils, I would say you're going to look at number 21, which is the warm spice, musk, and wood. to me, that is the most cologne essence, the most cologne-esque when it comes to Dr. Nick's. So or not 21.
It's 18.
18, sorry.
Essentially.
18.
Yeah, the warm spice musk.
Yeah, and if you like those kind of warmer, darker scents, 21 could also be an option too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
18.
21 will be on the smokier side, and
Yep.
18 is just very much more of our if you're gonna call any of our scents a cologne scent, definitely warm spice and musk it is.
Yep, and wood in there too, right?
Yep.
Wood, yeah, yep. So I like that. I like that a lot. So that would be your.
Jill just popped up. You guys aren't even going to get a chance to say happy birthday again before Jill's birthday, except for today. She's birthday girl is having her birthday this weekend.
What day?
Look at that on Sunday.
Sunday, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look at those Taurus babies out there.
Yep.
Are we the same age, or is Jill Am I a year older than Jill?
I think you're a year older. Yeah, I think so.
Oh wait, no, it's Taurus. It's April. Is that a Taurus or no?
Well, so she's right on the line, actually.
Yeah, I'm tripping today. What is it, Jill?
So the funny thing is so like technically April 20th is a Taurus.
Okay.
But if you look at it, it's there's certain years where technically it's Aries, and certain years technically it's Taurus.
Interesting.
So it depends where it fell, because she's definitely like right on the cusp. But
interesting.
And it's fun. It's funny because a lot of her traits are very much on the cusp.
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't really fall into one bucket or the other.
Oh man, I love this hat too, Baker. It's just clean. It doesn't scream beard, it's like a cool kind of like dude hat. And so yeah, I dig it a lot. I get a lot of comments on it.
Dude, I think the black we're actually reordering some of those here soon too. And the ones that they're going to be like the rest of them. You got the OG one with the logo on the side. It's like you and I think, and there's like a bunch of them out there, but I still rock my OG one all the time.
Yep. No, this is my one. And then Vaughn, good question. What about sage? We actually had the scent kind of perfectly articulated by one of our friends who's often in the chat. He'll probably catch the replay if he's not in here. And that's Jacob from Jacked Up Leatherwork. And he said it smells like after a fresh rain in the Arizona desert. So I don't get the cologne side or the Grizzly Puncher-esque of it. But if you like the thought of something that's really fresh, kind of minerally-esque, kind of like nature-filled, but in like just a really refreshing way, the best way I've ever heard sage described in that beard oil is like a fresh rain in the Arizona desert. And it's just beautiful. And it's all literally the essential oil. I mean, it's what it smells like because it is. And so if that sounds good to you, that's a home run. If you're looking for more cologne for all of them, that probably isn't the most cologne-like.
It's going to be, I got to get that. I got to get like a photo like that. I got to get a photo of like desert rain coming down.
Red
to
rocks.
Illustrate the vibe and the scent that you get from that.
Yeah. Rain with like the red rocks as the background.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Yeah. Super cool. Yeah.
So yeah, keep those questions coming, guys. All those are fantastic, and yeah, happy early birthday to Jill. But I am 36, turning 37.
Yeah, so you're a year older. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep.
So her and Sam are about the same age.
Yeah, she's 89. So
okay, yep. And Jill says, I will say this month's cold brew took a wild turn with the beans. Same formula, different outcome. Smells a lot more like your standard cup of your standard coffee shop versus the deep nitro steep we usually go for. Interesting.
It's a little sweeter. It's almost like if our normal cold brew is like a black cold brew coffee where it's like the aerated sort of effervescent black coffee scent. Now imagine adding like a tiny bit of like sweetened creamer to it, right? And you get like a little bit of a sweeter smell to it. Like it literally is. It's just the oils and the beans vary from essential oil press to essential oil press. It's a small company that produces the coffee essential oil we use. So there's definitely like a variation throughout the year. But this one, the variations have always been on the bitter side of the scent profile. They've never been on the sweet side of the scent profile. That's always been the same. If you're looking at like an equalizer, picture bitter over here and sweet over here. It's like the bitter usually moves around, but the sweet's kind of always flat, right? This one spiked up a couple little notes there in the sweet side. So it's not like it's overtly sweet, but it has like a creaminess to it.
Okay. Jill, if you could save that note to comment on Monday on Command's Corner, I think that'd be really helpful for people. And bring that
so good.
Bring that back. That's awesome.
And I have an unfiltered one at our house that we brought back from like the bottom of the jug that just had a bunch of the particles in it from the
You've
coffee.
told me that.
No, yeah. You can't even see through the bottle, and I've been using it all the time.
Yeah. Yep. And Vaughn says, I like cologne, but I also like fresh, crisp scents. Sage is fresh and crisp to a T, my man. That's going to be a good one for you then.
Oh, yeah. Fresh and crisp. It's like, then again, fresh and crisp. It's like, that's our standard LCP as well. Right. The number 7, the lime zest citrus fruit pine.
Yeah. I have IPA in today, actually.
I have LCP in today. But yeah.
Cousins.
Actually, no, sorry, I totally lied. I got lemongrass ginger in today.
Ooh, nice. I did use the wash.
What'd you think?
I like it. So I'm not a lemongrass guy, but there is something that like tickles your brain that you're getting clean or something. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but there is something.
Your nose doesn't even need to like it for your brain to like it.
Yeah. And it's really you actually feel the aromatherapy benefits of it. If like anybody,
by it being a heavy scent.
Yeah, for me, it's like potent. Like some scents you can feel like you can kind of like move the particles and like get through them. Yeah. Where lemongrass, ginger, it's like it's there, it's in your face, and you're gonna accept this, and you're gonna like it.
Yeah, yep, you're gonna like it. And it's gonna make you feel good.
Nice. Shane says Sage is always in his weekly rotation. Super cool. And Jill, have fun at the chiropractor. See you on Monday.
I'm so jealous. She got her appointment because she's going back to see this guy. She's seen him before, but it's just been like years and years. And I made an appointment with the same guy because my chiropractor retired this year.
Yeah. Cheated on you.
Yeah. And so, but I've never seen this guy before. So she called in. Got an appointment for April 15th. I call in the next day. I get an appointment for May 19th. And I'm like,
she's prettier. Sorry.
I'm like, come on. My wife got in there like in like a week. I'm like, you don't even know. You don't even know.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, that's because she's a re-intake. You are a new patient intake. She's like, it takes longer.
We've been through that on some other stuff. Re-intake. We know how the game works. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. We have no intake for you guys on these streams. You can come in anytime. You don't even need to pay. Anytime.
Nope. No pre-auth required. Right. No referral necessary.
Nope.
Just come right on in. PPO, HMO, PPC. You got an FSA. We don't care. Come on in.
HSA, throw it in the garbage. We don't care.
Yeah. Get rid of it.
And Vaughn says he's trying to get a 5-company rotation going. Awesome. And he goes, definitely doing Dr. Nick's to make his 3rd in that rotation. No brainer. There's nobody I know that goes through like the companies that we know and love that doesn't have Dr. Nick's in their top 4, in their top 3. Like even personal preference. It's just, no brainer. Absolutely.
Yeah. And because we're going to be your only all essential oil option anyway,
right.
As far as all scent profiles are concerned. So it's going to be, if you have 4 that have, wildly different types of fragrances, you got to have at least one all natural one in there.
That's what you want. And listen to this. And Vaughn, because of your question, you sparked an OG of Dr. Nick's, a passionate fan, JB, who I got to hang out with again, by the way. Nick got to see JB. And nice. He says, just realized, though I have tons of Dr. Nick's oils, I've never tried 18. Going to order now.
Oh, dude, get on that 18. You'll like it, especially knowing the other stuff you like too. I'm sure you'll like that.
And Moose, he says, you can have Dr. Nick's in your top 3 companies, or you could be wrong.
Dude, that's going okay. Just so you know, that
Make
one
face,
right there.
Nick.
Hold on. let's just get a live screenshot with that one up. I'm gonna pull up the screenshot up. I'm gonna give you a countdown.
Okay.
And this is what we've been looking for here. All right, hold on.
Right.
We got here we go. 1, 2, and 3.
All right. Did somebody get that? Did you time it?
Got it.
Okay. That's
nailed it.
Just know, Moose, you're now on an ad campaign. Congratulations.
Thank you. Like it's I mean, it couldn't be any more perfect.
Right. Message us for your payment after. We got you.
That's right.
Yeah. Yep. You guys know how it works. Now, all right, this just in. We have a big statement, and I am going to fact check this. We are not fake news here. JB says, Dr. Nick's is in my rotation. We'll see. For all items, oil, butter, wash, conditioner, shampoo, hair conditioner, body wash. Well, I'm going to check in with the judges to see if this checks out here. Let's see. Okay, we do have some feedback. I would say confirmed. He actually has these oils in rotation. The Russian judge agrees.
I would say it checks out.
Yeah. Look at that.
That's fantastic.
He's laughing in the chat.
Oh,
look at that.
Dude. Okay. So I might need to steal that beard as the nesting material in the Easter basket idea there.
It's brilliant.
It's
brilliant.
That really is. And I mean, like, I'm really tempted to hold the basket then in my mouth. Right. I'm getting all sorts of ideas here, JB.
I'm even getting like Halloween ideas. Just imagine doing a nest, having like the robin candy eggs in there as you go around for Halloween. That'd be good.
Dude, I love it. This is genius.
This is so good. Such a great photo. JB, so Dr. Nick's might reach out to you to borrow that photo because it's so dang good. It really is.
I remember, I think when, what was it? There was something that had me thinking about doing something similar to that. I think it was Halloween. We were going to have something just like my beard filling up a big bucket.
He said it's a pain when you're the one taking the photo. Once your beard is in there, it's hard to move around. Yeah, you gotta get that like 30-second timer and then set it up quickly. No, I get it.
Dude, yeah, if you needed to, like, if your camera fell off that counter onto the floor after you got that set up, that's like a call someone from the other room situation.
Yep. Nope. Can't do it. Can't help you there. That's awesome. So that does check out. That definitely checks out. And Robert said, missed Command's Corner last night. First night back to work since October. Oh man, forgot my earbuds so I could listen while working. That's good. That's good. Good thing to listen to while you're working.
Dude,
I like that.
It's what's up, Dennis? They got, it's like, I think it's like one of those feelings when you get somewhere and you had something in your head that required AirPods or earbuds or something to do and you realize you don't have them.
Jim.
That's like almost feeling like you forgot your wallet and you just got to the airport kind of a feeling. Like it's like you can't do anything about it, but it just it's gonna suck.
I've done it several times to the gym. And I know you shouldn't rely on music to work out and stuff. Holy crap, is that a different experience to work out silently?
It is. It's a wildly different experience. It's like those sound deprivation rooms where people can hear their hair growing and their blood flowing and go insane. Well,
I hear everybody else, and that's what I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear everybody else on the friggin' bench. Like, no.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to hear about your hairdresser and the prop. Like, no, I don't want any of that.
Were you at the gym with Jill?
Stop. Moving on. Baker says
she's at the chiropractor. I can't even get in trouble.
I know. She's like, I haven't left yet, Nick.
Damn.
And Baker says she's still logged in the chat. But Baker says all these great comments. I feel bad I haven't ordered yet. They'll be here, man. No pressure, no rush. One thing that Dr. Nick's I love is they don't have any of those tactics. They're going to be around for the long haul. So don't you worry.
And he comes back with a winner ass question of which one should he try first from the chat.
All right. First, what would be, without knowing preference, you guys, what would be your first? For me, I think it's probably the same answer as Nick, the artist formerly known as Number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna say Number 7 because that's like our gateway drug.
Yeah.
It is. I feel like once you try number 7, you're like, ooh, that's clean and crisp and my skin feels good. Wait, why does my skin feel so good?
Yeah.
You're like, I don't even care what this smells like. Why does my skin feel awesome?
It's just a safe bet scent. I
Yeah.
can't imagine you hating it. There are scents that I like more now. I like peppermint rosemary more. I like IPA more, but it is just so simple. It is so safe. Gateway drug. Yeah. Gateway oil.
It is our gateway drug beard oil, man. It's I'll call it for what it is. There's been so I have in the history, and I don't know, I can't speak for Jill, but I can say that personally, we have a first time purchase satisfaction guarantee, right?
Yep.
I have given someone a different product or a refund, I don't know what it was, for a number 7 beard oil, I think exactly twice in the history of Dr. Nick's.
Yeah.
And so like you look at that, just thousands of first time purchases out there for number 7,
literally,
and it's been it twice people haven't liked it. So it was really weird too, because those 2 people out of the history of anyone who didn't like it, like really didn't like it, like they said it smelled like one guy said it smelled like Goo Gone.
Yeah.
And another guy said it, which that stuff's made from oranges. I don't know how you could get that much orange out of number 7. And then someone said something about like turpentine or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like the 2 that were out there, you guys will know, must have just been really far out there, because their feedback wasn't anything like, oh, it was too citrusy for me or anything like that. It was like wildly strange feedback.
Or they had some just interesting like mix with their pheromones that just,
they had like a strange genetic makeup that just, didn't work well with that stuff.
Yeah. All right, next one, deodorant. We know that you've been testing and excited about this for a while now. And just to put it like just straight up, guys, Nick, you guys know, does other stuff, other companies outside Dr. Nick's. And there's some this is kind of like a big time right now too. So there's slow on some aspects. But where are we at with the deodorant?
So deodorant is it's kind of right where it was last time. I'm still basically now I'm waiting on a bulk version of 3 ingredients that are going to be going into our next solid test. So we're still on the same active ingredients, still on the same test track. I have not got a consistency personally that I've been able to tolerate yet. However, I've been using like 2. I've been using one primarily that has the active ingredient in it that we're going to be using. And it works really, really well. So it's basically as I can spend time to crack the code on the consistency.
Okay. All right.
It really is a consistency trick. And it's like, you look at like the people who made Lumi, like that lady advertised, she's a doctor and it took her like 7 years to make that stuff. And so it's like, I'm not sure that we're going to get all the way to the finish line without bringing in a formulator of some sort on the chemistry side to get the consistency I like. But the good news is, there's like 20 options out there that you can use as like active ingredients on an all natural deodorant. And I've tried, you got 15 of them. And of the 15, I like 2 of them. And of those 2, one of them is that I've been using now constantly. And it's, interestingly enough, I think part of the problem, it's a somewhat expensive ingredient to work with. And it's only in, much higher end products. So they probably have some pretty good tricks on formulation. But what I can tell you is that once we figure it out, we're going to be getting stuff that is typically $60 sticks of deodorant into our normal price range of what would be a Dr. Nick's kind of price range for deodorant, around that $20 mark. So
it took her 7 years to develop. I wonder how quickly it took her to sell to a razor company.
Yeah, exactly. Not long.
Yeah, I know who owns you. And that razor company rebranded after that because they weren't doing so hot. So
yeah, it's crazy how that works, isn't it? Like literally something that somebody worked on for that long to go up in smoke because of a diluted sale.
Yep. Caution, company owners, caution. But hey, to each their own.
Dude, it's crazy. Yeah, Vaughn, but so yes, working on it.
Currently, no sample packs. Nick,
nope.
Is there a chance in 2025 we could see sample packs?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Unfortunately, and we already have them picked out. We already have like the boxes, the vials, everything all picked out that works at the sample pack. We just can't buy them without buying other packaging from them because we don't meet the volume requirements.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's kind of a crappy little middle ground that we're in on those, but
Small
we're thinking
batch
about
problems.
bringing a couple of our other packages over there, and so that should get us up to where we need to make it make sense. Namely, what that would probably include, just so everyone's aware, is a switch from plastic to paper tubes for balm sticks. So they'd be a wax interior lined kind of a paper tube. Like a lot of those, it'd still be black. It would be printed on the black paper tubes, which is cool.
Yeah.
But it'd be a hell of a lot less plastic. That's probably like our most plastic heavy product.
Right.
And we don't like that. And so it's always on the chopping block. That thick black plastic, in my mind, is something that's got to go from our entire product line eventually. But starting where we can.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that if we do the sample boxes with those tubes along with the printed sticks for balm sticks, that would get us into that supplier, I think, over their volume requirements, and it would fix two problems with one switch. So definitely hoping for that this year.
Hey, shout out to G Squared. G Squared, we are short on time, but I will encourage you to go back to watch the replay afterwards. Jill talked and Nick talk in depth about that, about the coffee and how it's different this time. So go check back that. You'll get all the feelings. So same roast, different results, and they really break it all down. So keep that in mind, but we got to get Nick out of here right on time. And we still got a couple of new topics. So go check that out. Good to see you, G Squared. Deodorant, any initial thoughts on scents to roll out with, or scent free, or any have you even thought that far?
Yes, the scent that I really like, there's a couple of our scents that I think would work really, really well with the deodorant, especially this one. And the ones that come to mind for me are number 9, right? I think the lavender would work really, really well. So I think there's some good options to work with there. And I think there's also a potential of a new scent that I really like in combination with a deodorant, and I think would need to work its way into our other product lines. I won't tell you that one yet, but I think as far as existing scents go, I think the really obvious one is something that has like the lavender and sandalwood in it, because that's kind of a natural, I think it's a
fresh.
I think it's a good fresh scent, and I think number 7, right? And so there's something to me though. I've never, and you guys tell me what you think. I have never found a deodorant scent that is anywhere on the citrus scale that I would personally want to use. I like citrus everything. Yeah. But working any kind of citrusy, acidy smell into a deodorant, I think you run the risk of it blending too much with a natural body odor and coming out to be a not great cyclone of scents. Yeah. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I like things that are on like the eucalyptus side of things that are on like the botanical side of things. I really like that for deodorants.
Peppermint rosemary.
Yeah, I mean the peppermint rosemary would be
all I awesome. Use are mint deodorants.
Really?
So, yeah, that's it. I have a straight mint one and then like a tea tree type mint one. So,
and I think that's and that's another no-brainer one then, right? If we went something on that scale, it would be like you'd have something on the more musky, sandalwoody, lavendery side of things with number 9, and then you'd have the cleaner, fresher peppermint rosemary side of something else.
Run it.
And then, you know what else would work really damn good for it is sage. Sage would be amazing, right?
Yeah, a little bit on the hippie side of deodorants for me.
Oh, it definitely is. I can see somebody wanting to add a little patchouli to it, Yeah.
All right, real quick, mods. Please silence this man. JB says, what if someone complains about shipping time? Thoughts on passive aggressiveness? Cougar story. Do you know what he's doing over here, Nick?
I see it. I know.
Do you see it?
Oh, I know exactly what he's doing right now. He sees that 150, 10 minutes left, and he's thinking that one of these things is going to be like, catch him. I'll be like, oh, passive aggressiveness. Let me talk to you about that real quick. And next thing
he's aiming these at me. He knows what gets me going. I got off on the shipping times last night on stream and stuff, which to be real quick, Randy, he said he won a giveaway from this show a few weeks ago, but the delivery issue is still waiting. This is not a complaint. Randy's an amazing human. He said, but it should be here tomorrow. I'm so excited. That's how you handle shipping understandings, guys. He realizes it's not this company. He also realizes it's a giveaway, but he also realizes it's going to get to him, and he's excited. Well done for being a nice, awesome human. I love that.
For being a good human. Look at that.
Way to set the example on that one.
I'll take it.
Mystery scents, no. There are no current plans for a new mystery scent situation. However, one of the previous mystery scents is coming back on Monday officially. And if you don't know what that is, you can check out the Dr. Nick's Instagram page where there may be a teaser post or two, and you don't quite know exactly, but if you know kind of situation. If you remember that little letter where'd it go? That letter J at the bottom, that could be a tease, or something like this, and then maybe if you look carefully, you'll catch a name. And also, you got to go listen to the music on this one. I can't play it for you. Oh, Spring Botanical Citrus. Whoa. Spring Botanicals and Oh.
You know, that's the process Jill goes through when she's proofing labels for final print.
I love that. So awesome. And then Moose, he is being patient, but he's super hopeful for for the solid soap at some point.
You know, I want to do it. There's there's so many things around the bar soap. It's such a can of worms. It's like we either do that right or we don't do it at all. Like we do everything, but unfortunately doing that right, oh boy. It's like a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Nick has the most amazing ideas that will change this game and change this company, but unfortunately, there's only one of him in 24 hours in the day.
Yeah, which
once cloning happens, watch out.
I feel like both of those things are actually a problem that I'm gonna, need to work my way around here.
Right. Yeah, or I just need to move next door, and then we can double. Yeah.
We clear out the garage. We'll have bunk beds. We'll have room for karate. It'll be amazing.
And yes, we were already best friends, so take that.
Doritos and lemon head in my dad's boat.
What is a good balm and butter scent that goes with sage? So butter's unscented, so you're checked there. For sage with the balm, I would go unscented as well. That would be my recommendation. Do you have another one, Nick?
No, I'd just go unscented, especially because how much you use of the balm. The balm, it's a styling product, right? You're not gonna be using it everywhere. I wouldn't worry about it. I'd go unscented butter, unscented balm, use it for touch-ups on your sides, your mustache, and your connectors, wherever you're gonna use it, cheeks. Get those flyaways out of the way.
I do think it's time too. A refresher.
Dude,
is that the break we've been looking for?
They love reboots.
We've been telling Hollywood we're ready. We've been telling people you just need to find us.
We're ready. We're ready. It's fine.
We'd have
our episode. I think our episode of Dr. Phil Live comes out this week. I'm pretty sure it's the one coming out on YouTube this Thursday.
Please keep me posted. Please. I'm going to text Jill because I don't trust you.
Yeah, do it.
Yes. All right. Let me get this one going. Wow. Okay. Real quick, tell people, because some people may have missed it. What's the show and what can they expect?
Adam Ray, he's a stand-up comedian. You'll know him from Kill Tony and the likes.
Because some probably thought that you literally meant the Dr. Phil show.
We have to clarify. So there's and so Adam Ray dresses up as Dr. Phil and tours the country as Adam Ray as Dr. Phil live. And so he does a 2.5 hour long show. And he, 3,000, 3,500 people audiences. He does a whole show as Dr. Phil. It's fantastic. He's even got Dr. Phil's book propped up on the table between the two chairs. The episode that was just released this week, the episode that was released last week was the show before our show in Chicago, where the guest was Chevy Chase, which was just it was good and bad.
Right.
Anyway, but yeah, so he's been putting them all out on YouTube weeks later after they finish their editing and pulling things in and out that they want to keep and getting rid of things they want to get rid of. So I think the episode that we're on that he did in Boston, we think that's coming out this week. He doesn't really say much ahead of time, but we will post it and post links and all that good stuff if it happens.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. We're gonna leave that in.
Yeah, we're going to leave that in. That's in chapter 47 of my book, actually, if you can check that out. Oh, so good. All right, guys. Commands Corner on Monday. We would love for this community to come show out, come share the stream. There's going to be, again, a deal, a giveaway, a new set releasing on Commands Corner. And you guys are the cornerstone of this community. So thank you for everything here. We're going to give Nick a little breather between his promptly starting 2 o'clock Eastern meeting here. Great questions today. We had the option of going to the wheel, but you guys were guiding the conversation. And that's what this show is genuinely about, transparency and you guys getting to know this company. So if any time you have questions and wonderings, that's why we want to be here. And think about how often you have companies that you use and they're part of your life where you get to connect with the owner on a weekly basis. That's pretty cool. Really, really cool.
Sorry, I'm just you're doing here. You are doing God's work, and I'm like just laughing at Shane's comments here.
Yeah,
took a minute to Dr. Nick's not the father.
Yeah,
now, what you need to do is put down the bottle and pick up the responsibility.
Oh yeah, Kill Tony. Me and Nick watch every minute of every Kill Tony. And we text about it.
Oh God, last night's was so bad.
I'm only a part of the way through, and I saw it only had 500,000 views. I'm like, this is not a good sign.
Dude, not a good sign at all. He had crap bucket luck. That's what I
heard. Yeah, I heard.
Yeah,
and I heard he went a little bit too hard on one or two.
If every show was like that, he would not have made it far.
Man. All right, guys. I see what Shane's trying to do. Get you off on this one. Nick, final words for our friends, and just to thank you guys for a great show. This was really fun.
Yeah, thank you guys for an awesome show. Great questions. And thanks for putting up with my ashy mic cable. Like, what is that? I'm like looking at look at the rubber on this thing. It's like ashy Larry getting all like I gotta fix. That's just
throw some oil on it.
I'm literally gonna.
All right, you gotta go, Nick.
Okay. See, look, the mic cable's even trying to get me now. All right. Well, everyone wish Jill happy birthday on the socials. As you see her posting things throughout the week, you will see some stuff from us on Instagram this weekend. I'm going to take her somewhere fun and do some fun stuff and hopefully not be around many other humans. So you'll see some photos from that. Aside from that, we will see you guys on Monday, not Tuesday. We'll see you Tuesday, but we'll see you before Tuesday on Monday because Monday comes before Tuesday. And we're here with Dan on Monday.
All right, guys. Have an amazing week.